Good evening and welcome to the Thai PBS World. Combating wildlife trafficking needs political conviction and political commitment, especially at a high level. And Tanzania can be regarded as a case of successful story. And what Thailand can learn from the case of Tanzania. Recently, a group of experts and journalists from Tanzania shared their experience in a recent visit to the Thai PBS. Tanzania, a country in East Africa, was once listed as a gang of 8 countries, known as having worst illegal wildlife trade. The path was reversed since the country began taking a serious political commitment in fighting poaching and trafficking. Jennifer Talbot, who has over 20 years' experience in natural resources and management in sub-Saharan Africa, who works extensively in Tanzania, addresses the factors of success in Tanzania in combating wildlife crime.
So I think that it has a lot to do with the high-level political commitment. Now the government is very, very focused on really tackling the issue. Wildlife is very important for the Tanzanian economy. It's about 25% of foreign direct investment. It's about 17% of GDP, and it has a huge direct and indirect employment in the country. So it's very important for the Tanzanian economy. We're targeting 2 million tourists a year in the country now, and with over $2 billion of revenue for the country. So it's very important for the country. So I think there's a high-level political commitment. And it's enabled the different agencies to work together, the wildlife sector, the police, the ports, customs, judiciary. So everyone's really working together now, along with the private sector and civil society organizations. So I think it's been, in the past 5 years, there's been a real change and a real effort overall in the country. And so it's great to see, but it's all come from the top, from the political commitment. We saw a big change with the election that happened in 2015 with a whole new executive branch of government, new president, new cabinet. And I think that's created an enabling environment and also a directive environment for the rest of the other law enforcement officials in the country to really fulfill their duties according to what the law says. It's been easier for them to implement their laws the way they should. And we've also seen good, I would say, collaboration with international authorities in terms of working with other law enforcement agencies in other countries, with other organizations supporting to really get to the bottom of the issues. And we've seen incredible decreases in the poaching rates in the country. And so now I think you're just on a new path. Of course, you have seen the elephant poaching has gone down, but you are seeing the traffickers are looking for other products now. So you're seeing some hippo teeth, you're seeing some other animals. So the problem is not over, but we've definitely seen a huge decrease.
Tanzania is known as having rich biodiversity and large elephant, rhinoceros, lion, and pangolin, which draw a transnational wildlife trafficking network with other neighboring countries. An expert from Tanzania emphasized again on a great loss of elephants.
Tanzania had more than 110 elephants, and it has reduced for about 60% in the span of 5 years. And that gives a message to the government that something has to be done. And since then, since when these corporations, the government, the commitment, the political leadership that we have at the moment started to work out, and they actually used the strategy I just mentioned about intelligence collaboration, involvement of multi-stakeholders, agencies, involvement of non-state actors, all working together to address the illegal poaching. Now the things has improved significantly. We have never, the incidences of wildlife poaching has been reduced. We've been receiving reports from the anti-poaching units that they have not found many elephant carcasses. So this gives a message that the poaching has gone down compared to 5 years ago. So this is now a situation, and everyone actually is excited, and agencies are excited, and they are really looking forward to kind of working this moving this ahead.
Political commitment is crucial but may not be enough. Fighting transnational crime on wildlife needs law enforcement and multilateral treaty. The Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species or CITES, which came into force in 1975, aims at protection endangered plants and animals. Currently, the convention has 183 countries, including Thailand and Tanzania. Recently, a group of reporters from Tanzania and Thailand and civil society visited Thai PBS to exchange their direct experience in curbing wildlife crime.
So I think in terms of laws, I mean, many countries in the world, Tanzania and Thailand included, are signatories to the Convention of the International Trade in Endangered Species, the CITES agreement. And so that's a key issue, a key international agreement to keeping all of the countries moving towards the same goal of wildlife conservation. And there's a meeting going on right now in Geneva where all the countries are meeting, the signatories to the convention. So I think that's really key to keeping everyone moving in the good direction for conservation. That's in terms of laws. In terms of other ways of moving towards international cooperation, I think things like this journalist exchange that we're doing between Tanzanian journalists and Thai journalists, I think scientific exchanges, parliamentary exchanges. We brought some members of parliament over from Tanzania to Thailand to exchange what are they doing in their respective parliaments in terms of laws. I think all of these networks and international discussions and collaborations are important to learn best practices. We were just discussing this morning with your Deputy Director General about the issues in Thailand related to passage of animals in corridors, and we're dealing with the same issues in Tanzania right now. So I think there are many different levels, both legal, social, civil society, and scientific collaboration, I think can really help everyone in all of the different countries to move together in a collaborative way.
The exchange programs between the countries. This could be from the wide range of stakeholders, academicians, journalists, parliamentarians, technocrats, scientists. They have to visit each other from Africa to Asia, learn what are the issues, see what are the real issues. For example, we find in Tanzania something which drives poaching is because they don't have money to put the plates in front of the table, to something to contribute to their very livelihood, food in front of the table, to make them alive. While here, the issue is about beliefs, is about things which is attached to the religion. So it's about culture. So you find there are in these two ends, with the source side where you have the poverty, in the other side where you have beliefs and values and culture. These are things which people need to understand. So we have to encourage more exchange programs so that both regions can learn and try to address the issue related to wildlife crime. Another thing is to abide to the international treaties, such as CITES, for example. I understand Tanzania and Thai are both CITES signatory. This is an international treaty which regulates trade on endangered species of flora and fauna. That international trade, when you put into practice, you actually make the issue discussed at the international level.
Tanzania can be a good case study for Thailand, yet challenges still remain for both countries in fighting and curbing with wildlife trafficking.